Hey everybody, Scout Crafty here again. It's Mish-Mosh Monday. I like these, you know, kind of mixing it up. Now, if you look behind me, you can see I got a bunch of lumber there. And I'm trying to get the shop in shape. I promised you guys a shop tour, but I was really embarrassed. But I'm starting, as you can see behind me, it's getting, I'm starting to straighten things up, get things a little bit organized the way they used to be. But I'm hoping to move soon, and but it helps to be organized before you move. This way you can get everything out. Now, if you look over here, this is another secondary bench, and the reason I'm doing this, I want to do an introduction for you on the milling machine. You've never seen that before, so I wanted to do an introduction to the milling machine. But now, I always made these benches here. You see, I made these benches years ago. You can see the benches, and I made them out of old doors. Well, they were doors that I got from a, I guess it was like a wood surplus dealership. And I got these doors for like $15 each. And they're solid core doors, very heavy duty. And they make great workbench tops. Now, I had planned to have an additional workbench. So you can see that has a single top. This always had a double top because I planned to make another bench. However, that ain't going to happen. So I also, the other day I came down here, I said I wanted to raise up these machines about 6 inches. So I came up with this great idea of making some kind of drawers between the two doors. And I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, we got the top cleared off. Now my idea is to raise that up. I got some 2x6s. We're going to frame it out, raise it up so we can put some drawers in there and get rid of the stuff that was on top of the table. Now, look how beautiful the tops of these doors were. Again, I did this, God, 25 years ago. I bought these at the National Liquidators. Like I said, they were about 15 bucks a door, but beautiful grain. And they make great workbench tops. They're straight, they're strong. And now I'm going to try and double my capacity. See, I framed out a simple framing, and I'm going to put the other door on top of that. And that'll give me some nice pockets to make drawers that I can use to put some storage. Now you can see where we're going with this. Now I made some drawer space underneath the workbench, and I also raised it to a height that I feel comfortable with. So I'm going to start putting my machinery back and make some drawers for the okay, bottom. Here's the actual drawer construction. And all it is, it's a frame 2x4, and these are burrows. They're a nice straight grain, not a lot of knots. They're a nice 2x4. And it's just a frame, and they're screwed with 3/8 inch plywood on the bottom. Makes it a very strong drawer. As you can see, here's the bottom. Again, they're 34 inches deep, 19 inches wide. You can see I have screws about every 2.5 inches or so, and it's screwed and glued. So this will be a very strong drawer. Here we are with our 3 drawers installed and finished. Now there's a gap there, and I'm looking to make, I got to make a handle or buy a handle or something, but I'll put them in the middle here. But you can see the drawers do extend out, and there's small pieces of blocks of wood here. And that'll, so you can have it out here with the weight, and you can put a lot of weight in these drawers, and they'll slide nice and easy because they're plywood bottom. But if you have any problem, you can always put, they used to put masonite or something runners on there, and that'll slide even easier. But so let's fill them up. Okay, next up, this is really great. You remember a couple videos ago, I was kind of bummed out about the small handles in my Bondus sets. And I said, the T-handled, and, especially when you want to do like any kind of spinning action or something on the, that little torque of the spinning action really helps. But anyway, one of my subscribers, you guys are great, and said, hey, why don't you contact Bondus and tell them the situation, and they stand behind it. So you know what I said? Okay, I went to the website, I got a contact number, I called up, and I spoke to Donna, fantastic woman, and she said, and I told her exactly what the truth was. I said, I bought the set, and I just would like to be able to purchase or trade in the other ones, and they have a guarantee, and this is what's great about certain companies, they have a guarantee like the old Craftsman guarantee was, where, satisfaction guaranteed, no questions asked. So guess what? Bam! I got these in the mail. I was so excited. I called her up. I thanked her so much, and she was like kind of thinking I'm a whack. I said, I can't tell you how great this is. So let's get them in a set and see what it looks like. Now look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I can't tell you, I am as happy as a clam, and I will always push this brand, this company, Bonders, for what they did for me for this. But just fantastic. And this is actually the sets I wanted. I ordered it blindly. I didn't know that the other ones came with the short ones. And I asked her, I said, Donna, why did they make these little handle ones? And she says, well, there was a couple of their clients that wanted for more clearance. They wanted a couple shorter keys, and then, you know, they weren't selling, so they just added them into some sets and things like that. So I am happy now, and I just wanted to push this and let you know that these people stand behind their product. Buddy Scout Crafter here. We're doing a little road trip today, and we're at Travers Tool Company. And let me show you what it is. Okay, we're starting our trip to Travers Tool Company. I'm lucky enough that they're in my town, and I stopped there. A lot of people are asking, where do you get some of these specialty tools I have? It's a good idea to try and get a hold of your industrial supplier. There's always one that's going to be pretty close to you, not too far. This one's close to me. And there's really a bunch of nice people that run this place. And, you know, there's MSC, there's McMaster Car. But this is the place you go when you need certain tooling or certain drill bits or certain taps and things like that. And the best thing to do is to visit their website every once in a while and to look. They have a lot of sales catalogs, and you can see here all their cutting fluids and things like that. This is where I go when I need that stuff. So I just want to show you. They have a little showroom that they're starting to open up. They want to expand it. Guy's really into the owner of the TTC, Travis Tool, is really helpful to hobbyists and things like that. One of the things I found funny, look at this tap. You see this tap here? It's huge. I've never seen a tap so big before. It's a hand tap. This tap is $3,000. Imagine that. And it's a metric tap, you could see, but that's pretty interesting. Next up, I've had so many people ask me about, the last one was Light Roadie, my buddy from the UK, and he was saying about this clamp, and let me just tell you about a little bit about it. First of all, this is a Hargrave, and it's a 13-inch clamp, and this is a forged clamp. It's a little different than the cast clamps you see. It's super heavy duty. I paid $12 for this, you could see at a tractor show, but it's the color. Everybody's like, you know, it's attractive. The reason they painted it these colors, these bright colors, is because in the field you tend to lose these. You leave them behind, especially if they're, you know, the color of patina. But this way you would see it more. But look at the thickness of this paint on here. That paint is gotta be jeez, it was so thick that at first I thought I was going to strip it down and do a nice job, but I don't know. Getting this, I don't think the paint strip is going to do anything with this paint. It's so thick. So it's just, I don't know what kind of coating they used. It was probably some kind of industrial coating. The only thing is this rod is bent, but we could fix that. And that's the one that you see hanging by the washing machine over there. A lot of people are asking about, but it is a Hargrave, and it is a forged clamp. Totally different from a clamp that's cast, because much stronger. If you see how thick it is, it's a 1 inch thick. So it's a very heavy duty stout. I think it was worth the $12. Here we are. Just giving you a quick view. I still got a ton of cleaning and straightening to do, but now everything at least is able to be worked on. And this little drawer addition made a huge difference here. You can see I have my belt sander, one of the belt sanders down there, scroll saw, a band saw there. Here we have a little drill press, one of them, and here's my milling machine that we're going to be doing a video on very shortly, followed by the standing drill press and the bench drill press. I got a lot to talk about why I have them set up. Now, if you notice, this is my standard drill press I do most of the time. And the way I like it is, first of all, I really prefer my benches to be belly button height. And this one's a little bit low, but that's great now. You can see here, I like the arm of the drill press to be the same level as my shoulder. And it just works that much easier if you want to push into something that's a little bit harder to get through, or you want to pull down. It's just a perfect height, and guys have it way too low. Plus, you're sitting here, you're looking right at the work. You have this slight angle here. It could be even a few inches higher, but this is a minimum. you shouldn't have it any lower than this. Now here you see how the drawers work. Again, they're not on any kind of slide or anything, but they work. There's over 60 pounds of goods in this drawer right here. I have over 100 pounds in the one next to it. But you could see, you just push it in, and that's all. You're basically putting stuff in there that you're not going to use. I have a small desk lamp here between the milling machine, and you'll see there's a milling machine and there's the drill press, and I can always just rotate the base and get the light on either the milling machine, or I could rotate it this way, get it onto the drill press. These little drill presses are great. Even though this is a small one here, I do like it. I have this one set up for a higher RPM. And you can see it works really good. I also made this little guide here because a lot of times you want to drill on a certain plane. So this way, by having this little guide set up, I just take 2 wing nuts like this, loosen them up, and I can slide this back and forth and just tighten them up. And that's a jig already set up there. Really nice. Now the scroll saw and these other things, they're basically set back a little bit so I have some workspace here. But when I want to use it, all I have to do is slide it forward like this. If I have something I'm going to be pushing through, I could move these out of the way, back or forth. And I can always put a small C-clamp down here or a quick clamp to hold it down if I'm doing anything that's... but sometimes I might turn it a little bit. And again, I put a little clamp light up here. Gives you the extra light. Same thing with the scroll saw. Can move that up or back depending on out of the way. I made a little thing back here, if you look, to hide the power cords. All the power cords basically slip under this small little shelf like a ledge. And all it is a 2x4 cut in half with a piece of scrap plywood. I could put things on top of it and not have to worry about getting tangled with the cords. Lastly, I have my 4x6 belt sander here. I have a plastic shield behind it to deflect anything, and right behind that I have the gas meter so that if I'm using anything with high sparks, I might be finishing the job on the moon. So in closing, I shouldn't have let the shop go as long as I did without a good cleanup, and once it is straightened up, I'm sure we'll get to some much better projects. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a nice day and take care. Bye-bye.